When I first entered this universe, I had no idea what anything meant. Hi ladies, my name is Helen, and for those of you who are new here, I am 41 years old now. My birthday just passed, and I came to Korea last year to get 7 rounds of egg retrievals because I have a condition called DOR, diminished ovarian reserve, which basically means that I don't get as many eggs as other women. So I just needed to do a lot more rounds of egg retrievals. This year, I am back in Korea doing the other part, embryo transfer. I had a frozen embryo transfer back in February, so just last month, and that unfortunately ended in a chemical pregnancy. I'm in the middle of my second embryo transfer, and it's definitely a nerve-wracking time. I am currently waiting until I have to go get my betas done at 11 DPT. So I thought that it would be nice to kind of do something fun and light and casual. Today, I thought it would be nice to talk about some of the acronyms that are out there in the infertility world, specifically IVF world, because when I first entered this universe, I had no idea what anything meant, and there are a million acronyms. And so I just wanted to kind of read through a list and see if I recognize all of them. I'm sure that I won't recognize all of them, but maybe we can learn this together. I am actually looking at a site called fertilityanswers.com, and so maybe we can go down this list together. I'm not going to go through all of them because there's so many, but I'll go through the ones that I think are important. 2WW is the 2-week wait. So this term I learned when I was trying to conceive naturally, because after your ovulation, when you do your thing, you have to wait a couple of weeks before you can test. So that period of time is called the 2-week wait. For IVF, I think it's a little bit different, but it's good to know this term because it does come up pretty regularly. Okay, next one. AF. I did not know this one. I thought AF meant something else, but apparently it stands for and flow. So it basically means your period or menstrual cycle. I had no idea, and I don't know if a lot of people use this. Let's see. ART is obviously assisted reproductive technology, basically IVF, IUI, etc. So this is one that will keep coming up if you are pursuing IVF. So BBT, basal body temperature. Some of you might have a thermometer where you check your body temperature every single day to see where your baseline is. And when your temperature dips a little bit, that's when you know that you might be pregnant. BBT is one way to keep track of your fertility. BCP, I actually did not know this because I've never been on birth control pills, except for right now as I'm doing my frozen embryo transfer. So this is actually new for me. Oh, this is fun. BD is the baby dance. A beta is the HCG pregnancy test, which is what I'm waiting for right now. It's not the pregnancy test that you take at home, but it's the one where you go to the hospital and you get your blood drawn to check if you have any HCG, which is the pregnancy hormone, in your bloodstreams. This one comes up quite a bit. CD for cycle day. So CD1 would be day 1 of your cycle, and that's when you have your first day of your period. DE is also a very common acronym that I keep hearing over and over again, especially for women who are 40 and up. It's because doctors often recommend donor eggs to us. Obviously, as you get older, your eggs, the quality is not as good. And so in order to get to a more successful pregnancy faster, a lot of doctors do recommend donor eggs. In Korea, they don't have that. So everything that I'm doing right now is with my own eggs. DOR is something that I say every single time that I make a video because I have DOR. I have diminished ovarian reserve, which basically means that I have less eggs than other women and not a lot of time. DPO. This I feel like is important, especially for those of you who are still trying to conceive naturally. DPO stands for days post-ovulation. Okay, another common acronym is DPT, which is very relevant to what I'm going through right now. Like it's 8 DPT for me, days post-transfer. Endo is for endometriosis, which I did not know because I don't have endometriosis, but ENDO. There's ER, egg retrieval. And then there's ET and FET. ET is embryo transfer, and FET would be frozen embryo transfer. FSH is the follicle stimulating hormone. Okay, this is one that you're probably going to come across a lot, the HCG hormone. It's the human chorionic gonadotropin hormone. It's the pregnancy hormone, basically. Oh, HSG is the most painful fertility test, basically, that you'll have to take before you start IVF. I've talked about this before. It's where they put dye up your fallopian tubes, and then they take an x-ray of your uterus and tubes to see if everything's okay. Another one is ICSI, ICSI. This will come up quite a bit. All my embryos were made with ICSI, intracytoplasmic sperm injection. It's where they take a sperm, put it in a needle, and then they poke the egg and then put the sperm in, and then basically force fertilization. I think they do it for a lot of patients with DOR to increase the chances. There's also IMSI, IMSI, which is a more magnified version of ICSI. LH, the luteinizing hormone. This is the hormone that helps you to understand when you ovulate. It starts going up when you're about to ovulate. MC, triggering miscarriage. MF, male factor. OPK, ovulation predictor kit. So those are the test strips that you use. You pee on them or you dip in NP so that you can track your LH to see when you're going to ovulate. So I used to use these a lot, and honestly, as soon as I started using these, we got pregnant naturally. Okay, PCOS, this is a big one. I feel like a lot of women have PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome. I believe that myo-inositol really helps people with PCOS. It helps to kind of regulate their insulin levels and helps with the quality of their eggs. PGT, pre-implantation genetic screening. It's basically a biopsy of your embryos to see if they are chromosomally abnormal or not. There's PGT-A and then there's PGT-M as well. M is more for diseases that run in your family, like cancer or something like that. Whereas PGT-A is more for aneuploidy, which means embryos that are chromosomally abnormal. Okay, POI, here's another one. Primary ovarian insufficiency. I do have a friend who has POI. She either doesn't see a follicle at all every month, or she'll see one. And she's going through multiple rounds of egg retrievals right now. It's basically when your ovaries fail ahead of time and DOR is when you're close to it, but then POI is, I think, one step further when it's just not functioning. There's just no activity there. So fortunately, my friend who has POI came to Korea. She got PRP, and over a period of a year, she was able to collect a couple of blasts, TTC, trying to conceive. That's pretty much it. So there are obviously so many more acronyms that we can talk about, but I think I covered most of the ones that keep coming up for me. If you have any acronyms that I did not talk about today that you think is important, please do comment below and let me know. And just a quick update on my second transfer. I had my second frozen embryo transfer, like I said, 8 days ago, and I actually took a pregnancy test this morning, and it was like the faintest line. So I'm not sure what's going on. I will try to test again tomorrow or maybe tonight if I'm up for it, but it's just very nerve-wracking and anxiety-inducing. So trying to breathe through it. I do feel a lot of symptoms of pregnancy, but it might just be the side effects of progesterone and estrogen that I'm on. So yeah, I'm trying to goose my way through this. Anyway, thanks guys for spending this time with me today and being on this journey with me, and just being a part of this community. If you like this video, please like it, and please subscribe to my channel and share this video with somebody that you feel like might benefit from it. And I will come back with more updates soon. Thank you so much.